And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media, always providing you the timely truth centered around your real estate, your credit, finance, and estate plans, tax plans, home services, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and most importantly, we want to engage with you so that we can help you win in any marketplace. That's the number one goal, as we want to help you win. And save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it, 813-670-7372. That's our Consumer Advocate hotline number. It's an off-air line that you can call or text, 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
And make sure you bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. We've got a plethora of information available for you on our website at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, their contact information. You can see some of our show archives, and you can also submit an email form directly through back to my team, and we're going to get back in touch with you before our head hits the pillow. That's our promise to you. This segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving. The official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Brothers Easy Moving, and I can tell you from firsthand experience that they are a first-class organization, and they do a great job. They've got the best reviewed. They're among the best reviewed movers in all of Tampa Bay. A 4.6 rating on Google, 4.5 on Yelp. They've got an A rating from their Better Business Bureau, A rating on Angie's List, and they've also won the Super Service Award multiple times. Check out Brothers Easy Moving. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. It's Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks in studio with me today. Rick Nickerson back in studio. Bottomzupp. Welcome in.
Glad to be here. What another great day on the show. I got to give you a little shout out. I got some street cred with my 17-year-old teenager.
Nice.
Today, he's like, hey, Pops, where are you going, man? I said, I'm going to do a radio show with a guy named Brandon Rhymes. It's called The Consumer Quarterback. And he goes, like a real radio show? And I said, yeah. And he's like, oh, my gosh, Dad. That's cool.
Yeah, that's right, man. I like that.
So I just wanted to give you a little shout out on that,
yeah,
man. I'm really excited to do the show. It's been great, and I think we've reached a lot of consumers. And I got some goodies today just to talk about to the consumers about what to expect. You know, when you're getting a floor removal done, those frequently asked questions that could slow down the project or hinder. So give me some thoughts on what you think and what you see out there, guys. Yeah. And we could talk about what goes into a floor removal and how we can better help the consumers make it easy for them.
Awesome. Yeah, I like that. That's good. You know, always with that consumer in mind, and I love your consultative approach as well. And we also have Gregg Bowman back in studio as well, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Brandon. It's great to be back, especially in this weather. It's hot out there, so take a little break and get in here and get away from all that rush right now. So,
yeah, man.
It's nice.
Boy, we had heater advisories over 100 degrees in some places. Unbelievable heat.
Yeah, it is crazy. Definitely has kept our phones ringing. This is the time of year that we live for and also hate. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship. We live for the work that comes in, but it starts to get overwhelming, and we look forward to when it cools back down.
Yeah.
But, definitely the heat has been brutal out there.
Yeah.
So definitely making the air conditioners work hard.
Yeah, that's right. And again, another one of our expert contributors, I can tell you from firsthand experience that they are a first-class organization. They do a great job. Greg, we had your team come in. Gosh, it was a couple months ago now, I think. But, great job. They did a wonderful job. They explained the project. They explained what we're doing. We actually ordered a bunch of filters as well. Keep those filters on hand. Probably buy them in bulk and save some money, too. So that's what we did. We got set up on your plan. Was it the bundle plan?
The VIP program.
The VIP.
Yeah, we have a VIP maintenance program. Yeah, great. Well, I'm glad to hear that we did a great job for you.
Yeah. And again, it's one of those things you find the builder didn't even put a filter in one of the units. Right. So we're running AC with no filter for 30 days, 60 days, however long. They explained to me it wasn't that detrimental, though.
Yeah, well, it for a short period of time, it's not that critical. If you would have done that for a long period of time,
right,
would have probably involved then removing the coil out of the air handler and cleaning it, because the coil is the filter if there is no filter. So yeah, definitely don't want to leave it too long like that.
Right.
But for a little bit might not be too detrimental.
Yeah. Good stuff. So we got Gregg Bowman in the house, Rick Nickerson as well here in studio, part of our expert contributor panel. The folks that we bring on the show to help educate, entertain, and enlighten, and bring you these ideas to help you save a lot of what I call avoid the commission breath out there that's so prevalent in our community, making you more street smart here every day on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And as you may know, my wife and I own the real estate team, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Got a couple of hot listings here I want to let you know about. 12610 Port Marnock Drive. This is in Odessa. It's a great opportunity. Over $500,000 asset here that we have. It's a beautiful home for sale. Fabre Frameworks did some beautiful drone photography for us. Pool view. You got pool and spa in the back. You got lakes in both the front and the back. Just a beautiful property here in Odessa, Florida, the kind of that north side of Tampa. A great investment opportunity, great family home right there in Tampa Bay. Also, 9200 Gun Highway. This is a commercial asset. Could be zoned for single-family homes. You could rezone it as well. Maybe put a Wawa, some type of gas station in there. 9200 Gun Highway in Odessa. Now, this is a large corner lot, and it's right there at Racetrack Road. Folks, you probably drive there a lot. Great opportunity. Look at that lot. Let us know who you have in your database that would be interested in that. That's a developer's dream right there for especially a commercial developer, builder. 9200 Gun Highway, Odessa. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com for all of our real estate listings. PlatinumMVPTeam.com. All right, so we got Rick Nickerson in the house, a local, business owner, success story, entrepreneur. I love the idea, man. You started this with a machine and a dream, you say, right, years ago, and now you got multiple offices throughout the state, lots of employees, and you're helping impact the economy.
It's been a blessing. I mean, today's show is really about the consumers who made it all possible for Bottomzupp. Dave Salmon had an idea, 10 years ago that, let's go into people's houses and do it the right way. People are having, I hear nightmare after nightmare after nightmare. And, we got together and we said, we can do this the right way. And change the industry, be the number one guy out there. And like I said, that was 10 years ago, and we're now doing 10 jobs a day. That's over 50 jobs a week in the Tampa Bay area, 20 jobs a day throughout the state. And it's all about the consumer. It's all about, our main idea was to make life easier on the consumer. That's what your show's all about. That's why I love this platform. And I just wanted to tie in a little bit to what Greg and you were just talking about, being a nightmare out on a job with, the contractor just simply not telling you to change the filters or not changing the filters for you. It's the very first thing. So questions frequently asked for Bottomzupp. It's the very first thing that we do when we arrive on site. And Greg can give us some input on that because although our service is clean and neat and we cover everything, we cover all of the adequate things that are important inside your home, like the cabinetries and so forth. We do not cover the return filters. We do not cover the air vents and things like that. And people are like, why is that? The very first thing we do is turn off the HVAC system. It's what my crew leaders are trained to do, is go find that and hit the off switch and make sure power off. The amount of even just the subtle dust from inset and wood can get inside your system and cause some havoc.
Definitely. When you're doing a construction project like that, it's much more critical than when you're living in the house without a filter, because you're bringing a lot more dust through the air. So kudos to your team being willing to work without the air running to protect the customers.
And this time of year, you talk about the hot dog days of summer. I mean, we're in it yesterday. I bought a bunch of water for my guys just to have, over a case per truck. It's 110 in the shade right now. And people ask, really, you turn off the HVAC? It protects their system. That's a big asset. That's a big investment for the consumer. And they don't think about it. If you're getting a wall built and so forth, a lot of times you tie in floor removal with a kitchen remodel or a bathroom remodel, and you don't think about the amount of airborne dust that when you pull up the floor, you're basically on a concrete, you're in a construction zone now,
right?
And those particles can wreak havoc on your system.
Yeah, they sure can.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that we like to do, and I always like to try and make our consumers aware of what's going on with a removal project, and what are those questions, the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, if you will. I had a couple of things I wanted to touch on that'll make your life easier, what to expect when expecting Bottomzupp.
Yeah, okay.
So, the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure everybody knows that, and I don't know if you have a picture of our ride-on stripper scraper machines, but that was our foundation, our cornerstone. When we saw one of these many years ago, we knew that we could go in and do it better.
Yeah.
And with this machinery and equipment, we've got to figure out a way to get it from our truck to your home, inside your home. So the first thing you want to think about is there access? Is there an access? Do I have barriers to entry? Do you have 3, 4, 5 steps to get in? Is it second floor, third floor? Those things could shut your project down immediately if I can't get the machine in. Now we've got ramping systems and so on and so forth, but we always need to be aware of that. Next thing is HVAC. We always let people know, we want to turn off the HVAC, and we've covered that. It's very important so that your job goes smoothly. And we suggest before and after any construction project inside your home to change those filters. That's very huge. We talk about furniture. That's a lot of people are like, well, and this is a misnomer in the industry, and you see it a lot of times with the retail flooring stores. They talk about, we'll take care of everything. Well, if you've got a house full of furniture and you're getting your floor removed and you can't see the tile that we're about to remove, there may be an issue. You may need to put that somewhere. So there's options, and we want to plan your project accordingly. And we've done it many different ways where we've phased the projects in, done phase 1, done half of the house, moved the furniture back and forth. And then there's pods options available. There's areas where you can move the furniture to the garage, so on and so forth. But there's many, many different options, and you always want to talk about those. And is your tile underneath cabinetry? Have you did you just put that new expensive, did somebody put that kitchen on top of that wood floor?
Right.
Okay, and how are we going to get all that wood up with that? Okay, the cabinets are staying, but the wood's got to go, and it all runs underneath. So we want to discuss those things, and we've got saws and things like that can cut around there. We want to protect that cabinetry. That's your investment. So that's one thing that you want to talk about. And, length of time. How long is it going to take us to go from point A to point B to finish your project in a timely manner? Those are the types of things that you want to discuss.
Yeah, absolutely. As a consumer, you're wondering what to expect, and those are great points. How do you get the underneath the cabinetry? How do you reach that spot? How do you get to some of those places? So good stuff. More from Rick coming up as well. We got Gregg Bowman in the house, the AC guy of Tampa Bay here in studio, and our feel good story of the day is a good one. Community helps homeless McDonald's employee after woman shames him on Facebook. Find out about this interesting turn of events right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. My wife and I own and operate the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And Keller Williams, #1 real estate company in the world. Nobody sells more real estate than Keller Williams does. And we have a great team right here in Tampa Bay. We want to help you buying, selling, or investing. We would love to talk to you and help you win in your negotiations. I actually teach negotiation at GTAR, the Greater Tampa Realtor Association, and Pro. So we're excited about that. This segment is brought to you by the Lucky Dill Restaurant, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, the Lucky Dill Restaurant. They've got a deli, New York City bar, Brooklyn Bakery. They do catering and much more. Home of the sandwich that ate Brooklyn. And they've got some great food there. Much more than just sandwiches. They've got salads, all types of great entrees, desserts. They're on Boy Scout Boulevard in Tampa. They also have a Palm Harbor location right on US 19 in Palm Harbor. Online at luckydilldeli.com, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we are back here in the studio. Got a couple of hot listings we'll let you know about here. 7519 Pier Road. This is in Port Richey, kind of close to that. As you're driving north on US 19, you see where that you have the river, and then it kind of turns into Newport Richey up there. So you got the river there. It's very close to the river. All those new projects that just went in, the Hooters is right down the road, all those cool restaurants right on the river. But this is a great opportunity. Maybe it could be, converted to an industrial space. It's a car lot, potentially a car lot, but it's Zone C1. Owners very motivated, wants to make a deal on this property. Could potentially put townhomes or, lots of opportunity here in a great area in Port Richey, right off of US 19. So lots of traffic going by there at US 19. 4309 East Frierson Avenue in Tampa. This is a vacant lot, $119,000 downtown. What a great investment opportunity just outside of downtown, and it's prime multifamily site. It's already zoned for 8, maybe even 10 units on this 0.32 acre parcel. Now you could put 2 quadplexes, so 8 units right on there. We already have the architectural renderings and designs, and this piece of property is only at $119,000 asking price. 4309 Frierson Avenue. Reach out. We'd love to talk to you. Also check out online at platinummvpteam.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, so we got Gregg Bowman in the house here, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Heat advisory recently. We've, from what Rick was talking about as well with, the construction projects, it's opening up. There's lots of opportunity, in the Tampa Bay market for folks to, take advantage of the AC guy of Tampa Bay. You guys can help them out.
Yeah, definitely. We're here to help with any of your air conditioning needs. Definitely right now we're seeing a lot of drain line problems. That's what creeps up every time it gets hot and the air is running. It's generating a lot of moisture, and that moisture is going through a drain line somewhere through your home. So I would say that probably 70% of our service calls are something drain line related.
Wow.
It's intense how much that occurs. You can do a lot as a homeowner to prevent those issues. We have some solutions that can help you with that. But I mean, the biggest suggestion I have for any homeowner, if you're in a single family home, is to own a shop vac, a wet dry vac, so that and know where your drains come out. And if the air goes down, that's the first thing, to get the shop vac out and suck those lines out. Make sure there's no blockages in there. And it's not that hard to stick a hose on the end of the pipe coming out the wall and turn it on and let it suck out. If your units are in the attic, sometimes you got to get up there and remove water out of a pan also.
Okay.
But definitely doing that. Treating your drain lines on a regular basis. There's several methods for doing that, but every drain line should, by code now, have some kind of access. If it's an older unit, it may not, but newer units are required by code to have an access fitting that allows you to put bleach in there, or vinegar, are the most common things used by homeowners. We have a new product that we kind of got tired of. Bleach. The problem with bleach is over time that deteriorates the glue in the piping, the PVC piping, so it can make fittings weak, and then down the road your drain line breaks, and then you got water leakage. So that's usually attributable to a lot of chlorine, bleach going down the drain. So we kind of tried to get away from that, but vinegar is the other option for the homeowner, not quite as strong. So we did a little bit of research, and we found a product on the market called Total C that is an organic citrus-based drain cleaner that works well to do on a regular basis, pouring it down the drain. So we offer that to our customers now in a convenient bottle that, has a little dosing thing in the bottle, and you just access your drain, pour a little bit in every now and then, and it'll help keep that drain from clogging and causing those issues.
And avoid a lot of headaches and a lot of pain.
Yeah, we've had some serious problems already. Years ago, I had a customer with a convertible. I don't remember. It was a Corvette or something along that line. They went on vacation, left it parked in their garage with the top down.
Oh, no.
And the drain blocked, and the safety failed, and it filled the car with water.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's covered on the insurance.
Tens of thousands of dollars of damage, to a car like that.
Is that auto insurance? Is that homeowners?
I have no idea. I just know it's a very unhappy customer. And maintenance is key. Our VIP program that you mentioned earlier, we come out twice a year, clean your drains out on each visit, help advise you on ways to keep those from clogging. Those are key things you can do to prevent issues from that.
Yeah,
ever happening.
I had two family members within probably 2 or 3 month period a couple years ago, with upstairs units that same drain clogged. All of a sudden now you're talking about a drywall issue on the ceiling. Just a lot of downtime from work. You got to go clean it up. You got to deal with the contractors in the house.
Yeah, it's a huge mess, and there are safeties. Like every system today has float safeties that are designed that when the drain does back up, it's supposed to shut the unit down so it doesn't flood. But they fail too. So when they fail and the drain is backed up, then you end up, if it's a unit in an attic, you end up with ceiling damage. We've seen entire ceilings in rooms come down already from the water. So definitely taking a few steps as a homeowner can avoid a lot of nightmare and headache.
What a pain.
Later.
Yeah, but in my mom's house at the time, she had a 5,500 square foot house on the river in LaBelle, a small town where I'm from, the Caloosahatchee River, and she had on the ceiling, she also had that aluminum style. You ever see that in the roof where it's got like that nice little, I don't know if it's a wallpaper type thing that you put on the ceiling though?
It's like those panels or whatever, like a you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks like aluminum though. It looks like a steel or aluminum that you just kind of put on the roof, and it just gives a unique flavor to the the style of home that she had. But so drywall, you put that on top. You got to match that up, and
it can be a real mess. It's one of our nightmares, with installing systems. Is we're very cautious about testing those units and making sure all the safeties are working, the drains are clean, because that's a nightmare situation. Would be if the drain backs up, we put a brand new unit in, drain backs up, and we don't want to have that happen. So.
Yeah, that's tough.
In my industry, a lot of times most of the incidents occur when people go on vacation. So I wanted to touch on that.
Yeah.
Are there safeguards? Like I always tell, and it's usually after the fact, that I'm replacing their floor because they went on vacation and something flooded. My recommendation is to turn off the water, secure the water to the house, drain the lines, make sure that there's no water, because refrigerator lines and broken pipes are the number one. In Florida, if you want a wood floor on a home, water damage is the number one reason for us to come in and remove it. And most of the time it occurs when the consumer is not home. Are there safeguards? You're going on vacation. You're going to be away for a week. Is there a safeguard for the air conditioning system? I know in my line of work, it's turn off the water, secure it, and make sure the water line is drained.
Yeah, there definitely are. Minimum code requires a safety switch that if the drain backs up, it shuts the unit down, but it requires one switch. Those switches fail all over and over again. So, a lot of times what we would recommend is multiple safeties. You have a safety and you have a backup safety and maybe even a backup safety. So that
because they're not expensive, right?
They're not. They're maybe a $15 part, something like that. And
15 to save you 10,000.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Add it in. Get the AC guy of Tampa Bay over there. Sign up with a VIP program. Is a way that you can ensure your success in that place. Stay with us right here on the show. When we come back, we have a feel-good story of the day coming at you. A real good one. Community helps homeless McDonald's employee after woman shames him on Facebook. And more from our expert contributors, Rick Nickerson and Gregg Bowman, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
Welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. This segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort. The official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is the Bilmar Beach Resort on beautiful Gulf Boulevard in Treasure Island. And it's a great hotel, great place to hang out on the weekends. They got 2 pools on site, Sloppy Joe's restaurant and bar right there as well. And they've got just an awesome beach. It's one of the few beaches that you can actually have open container out there, you know, and Clyde Smith, the general manager, such a cool guy, he says, yeah, Brandon, you know, it's a 2-beer beach. It takes you 2 beers to walk all the way down to the beach. So the Bilmar Beach Resort, fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. Check out our official hotel partner. And I love those rooms. If you look at those rooms, you walk right out and you're on the beach. You got sugar sands right outside your room. Not many hotels can offer that or say they have that. So the Bilmar Beach Resort, friends of the program and our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. A couple of hot listings here, compliments of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. 223 South River Hills Drive. Now, this property is a Temple Terrace home. It's close to USF. It's an estate-style home, 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, on a conservation lot on the Hillsborough River. Almost a half an acre lot in Temple Terrace, close to USF. And just look at the beautiful picture there where you got the river in the backyard. Just a great opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And we've got 9950 Hilltop Drive in Newport Richey. This is a unique property as well. You've got a single-family home with 3 acres, but you also have 6 acres next door, so a total of 9 acres if you wanted it right there in Newport Richey. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.com. PlatinumMVPTeam.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, so we're back here in studio. We got Rick Nickerson in the house, Bottomzupp, and we also have Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. So, Rick, when we're talking about construction and growth in Tampa Bay, I just did a couple days ago. I did a shoot down at downtown Tampa. Took a helicopter up for my American Dream television show, the other show that I'm involved with.
Oh,
but
wow.
it's pretty neat, But it cost me, or it kind of made me brush up on my statistics of Tampa. And so when I was thinking about this, man, in 2016, 58,000 new folks moved into the area. You've got 3 million square feet of planned space going in downtown, 3,500 residential units, 2 major hotels, huge hotels, and the world's first smart zone of residential and development building. So Tampa Bay's on fire, man. It's just a great place to be a business owner.
That's some awesome demographic research, and I'm also aware, and it's amazing because it's so built up.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of new commercial real estate out there, so you've got a lot of redevelopment. You've got a lot of, taking an old building and making it new again. So it's an exciting time to do remodels. It's an exciting time to live in the Tampa Bay area. Some people would beg to differ at this time of year with 110-degree temperatures and so forth. But that's why we've got the beach. That's why we've got, the downtown area in Tampa is just blowing up right now. What they're doing in Channelside and what our Lightning have brought to the community.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a time we're going to win a dang cup.
Yeah.
And it's a great time to move here, live here, buy commercial real estate property as well as residential property, or get that remodel done. Buy it low, fix it up, sell it high. I mean, we talk about that all the time, but it is the time to be in the Tampa Bay area.
It really is. And Rick, I know you're a sports guy, basketball, baseball background. What's going to happen with the Rays, man? It's kind of interesting. They're talking about a split season with Montreal. I mean, what's going on there?
You talk about just a bad idea all the way around. It just breaks your heart. I was there in 1998. At the inaugural, I still got my baseball hat. I've been supporting the team locally forever. My son's a good little pitcher. Went through Little League together, and I've been following the Rays since day one. And the bottom line is they're looking for a solution to a problem for getting butts in the seats.
Yeah, cheeks and seats.
We've got a great following. Our TV following is amazing right now. But getting butts in the seats, and hey, pick out an area, all right, build a stadium, and the people will come.
Yeah, especially over on this side of the bridge, right?
Yeah, that's not the solution to send 80 games a year or whatever, 40 split our 80
To
home
Canada.
games. Send them to Canada?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who was in charge of that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wish I could have sat in on that meeting. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think many people in Tampa like that much either.
No,
but,
we don't.
They've just got, and I think the challenge is with the Rays is that there's so many alternatives. Not many markets have what we have here. I think we're around the 12th or 13th largest media market in the United States, and not many of the markets have the beaches and everything that we offer here.
Yes.
So that's a big challenge.
Yeah,
There's options.
It's very true, but I think that look what we've done with Raymond James Stadium. And getting butts in the seats. I guess if that's what you want to call it, that's the bottom line. I think it's all location, and if you look. It's really affordable, I mean, it's a small tax that we can all contribute and feel a part of a stadium and a team that, let's face it, is doing well for a small market team. But if we build a stadium here locally, people will come, and we'll rise to the top.
Yeah, I thought that Channelside or Ybor idea right there was a winner.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah,
I was excited for about half a second.
Yeah, what did they end up crushing that?
Yep, they crushed that idea.
Oh, just couldn't get the money or funding.
It was the funding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so many other. There's so many ways. I mean, look what Jerry Jones did. With that stadium, and the Arlington area. The community came together and they voted on it. We live in a democracy. Let's put a game plan together. Let's enjoy what we have, which is a great professional organization that we can all get behind. All we need is a stadium.
Yeah,
and I think if we put it in the right place, the people will come.
Yeah. If you just joined us, Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we got Rick Nickerson in the house. Bottomzupp. We're talking with Rick right now about local success stories as companies helping business owners, homeowners themselves with any type of flooring removal. I mean, you go in, you remove the old, and then open the door for that new the other contract. You don't do the flooring yourself, but you got great referrals that you can recommend.
Yes, I've got all the top flooring companies in the Tampa Bay area come to us for their big projects. If you absolutely need 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 feet done overnight or in a short period of time, we're your guys. We've got over 20 machines, 20 trucks. I've got 40 guys here in the Tampa Bay area. We've got a division in Sarasota as well as Fort Myers area, Naples area. But if you've got a big project, we're your guys. We're very proud of one that we just did in Ybor City.
Nice.
Historic, the Cuban Club.
Okay.
It's been around since the very beginning, goes all the way back to the cigar industry and how we founded the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
It was one of the first buildings in downtown, and it's located right there in Ybor City. And we just did a removal on the exterior patios. Those tiles that we took off were 100 years old, and we saved them and donated them.
Wow.
So it was an artful job. Most of the time we just destroy things.
That's cool.
But it was a little bit of part of history is what we were doing. We got to be a part of that. And not just anybody could come in and do that job.
Yeah.
So we were proud of that, where we could touch our culture a little bit and do the right thing, save history, if you will. And we just did that project. If you've got a commercial project or residential, we're your guys.
Yeah, I like that. So Bottomzupp, the website is Bottomzupp, and it's BOTTOMZUPP. That's the Bottomzupp way.
And I just wanted to add that on my website, if you look us up, we have got a suggestion box or any questions that you may. Hilda is my director of First Impressions. Very, very proud of her and what she does. We answer the phone on the first, second, or third ring. If we don't, please write us and leave a message because I want to know about it. We're here for you. But if you've got a question about your project that could make it go seamless for you, we want your input. We want you to write us. We want you to email us. It's right there on our webpage. Any frequently asked questions about your project, please feel free to write us. We respond to every email. So if you've got a question, it's important to you, it's important to us. So I just say look at our website. We've got videos. We've got the Consumer Quarterback Show on there. We've got just interesting tidbits that'll help you meet us, and we want you to become a part of our family.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I want to bring Gregg into the conversation too, Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, because in previous shows we've talked about air quality, indoor air quality, and I think it's very topical today with the discussion of what we were mentioning earlier. Give us some tidbits on air quality.
Yeah, definitely air quality is a huge thing that we often overlook and don't think about. The EPA has said that the air inside our homes is up to 5 times more polluted than the outdoor air. So we don't even think about that. Years ago, bottled water became this huge thing because everybody was concerned about drinking clean water, but we don't really think about breathing clean air. But it is definitely an important thing. If you're suffering any kind of respiratory issues, there are products available that can address indoor air quality issues that tie into your heating and air conditioning system and use that as a method of cleaning the air in your home.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Are they utilizing like lasers or these UV lights? Is that
there are a number of different technologies employed. So a lot of it depends on what the indoor air quality issue is. The EPA has identified what they call 3 danger areas. Danger area 1 would be particulates, so it would be dust, dander, pollen. The typical things we think about getting allergies to. But then the other 2 danger areas are molds and mildews, which would be considered bioaerosols. aerosols, and then chemicals and off-gassing, which are called VOCs, volatile organic compounds. So you buy a new couch, it smells great when you bring that in the room, or you get new carpet, it smells great. That smell is actually the chemicals coming off of that, and those can have respiratory impact upon you. So those three danger areas, depending what you're trying to treat, determines what technology is employed to do that. The UV lights are a big product for treating the bioaerosols, and also they can treat the VOCs. They're not as effective at the particulates. Some of them have some effect on that, but there is a new product that we've started carrying called the iWave. A lot of the issue with some of the products is there's maintenance costs involved. Like a UV light uses a ultraviolet light bulb. Those bulbs wear out, they need to be replaced, so there's maintenance costs in maintaining them. The iWave product that we just started carrying is a maintenance free, so there's never a bulb to replace. It just cleans itself, and it generates these ions which will attack the bioaerosols and the VOCs in the air and clean them.
Wow.
So it's a little bit on the higher end product, but there's never any maintenance cost down the road. So definitely it's a nice product.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so it's one of those questions that, how much is your health worth? It's like your health.
Correct. Yeah. And there's a lot of products that are not that expensive. A basic UV light is a couple $100 to install one of them. They're not that expensive. Now the basic UV is going to pretty much just treat what it can shine on. What the light off the bulb can see is the only thing it's going to treat. Then they have more advanced products which will treat the whole air in the house. They'll send out ions that'll get everywhere and treat it everywhere. But a basic UV is something. You're doing something to improve the air quality in your home by doing that.
That's awesome. All right, stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, we're going to jump into our feel-good story of the day. We're going to tell you something good, and we also have our lightning round, so we're going to give you some top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom from our expert contributors, Rick Nickerson and Gregg Bowman, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short timeout. We'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We want to help you win in any marketplace. That's our #1 goal. And this is one of my favorite segments here. Every day we're going to tell you something good, going against the nonsense in the mainstream media, providing you a timely, positivity here, positivity injection for you in our feel-good story.
Tell me something good.
All right, so community helps homeless McDonald's employee after woman shames him on Facebook. A woman took a picture of a man sleeping in a McDonald's in Georgia and posted on a negative Facebook rant about him. Thanks to her, he's no longer homeless. Simon Childs, 21, was a homeless father who was resting between his shifts at the fast food restaurant. When he heard about the photo posted on Facebook, he was embarrassed and hurt. But when he returned to work, he saw piles of donated diapers for his son, supplies, and clothes. The two local business owners who also saw the post let Childs borrow a car until he could get back on his feet. Childs said he has received job offers through all of this and is excited to possibly get a permanent place for him and his son to live. Quote, "They changed my life in a couple of days," he told the local news outlets. And also, as for the woman who made the post, Childs says he holds no ill will towards her. "I'm not homeless now, thanks to her," he said. Cool story.
Oh, that's great, man.
Social media just opened it all up, all right? I mean, social media, the website, GoFundMe websites, people are using it for down payment assistance, instead of going and buy me the registry items on, the traditional way. Invest money in my down payment so I can go buy a home and build a legacy and start, getting that first-time buyer program. There's lots of opportunities there. So the internet, social media just really opened up a lot of doors.
Mm-hmm. Just communication lines, I mean, just you talk about crossing continents and breaking barriers, if you will.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, we've got a little social media thing at Landsbrook in my neighborhood that my wife and I chuckle about each and we don't dare post anything on it.
Yeah.
But just to see, there's so many good people. I mean, you hear on the news all these negative stories and stuff like that, but the good people are out there too.
Yes.
And to see a young man, right, working hard, homeless, to be shamed and said he's homeless when the guy's working double shifts, and then somebody takes that and turns that negative into a positive.
Love it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, flip the negative to positive, and that's how they do it, man. That's great. I love that.
Yeah, that's a good story.
All right, let's jump into our lightning round here.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning round.
All right, top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp.
Hey, once again, thanks for having me on the show. www.bottomzupp, BOTTOMZUPP. We are your floor removal experts. We were talking today about, frequently asked questions, and we got to talk about particulates in the air and what we do and what sets us apart from those other guys. And we've got air scrubbers available that can go in at 2,000 CFM and clean your air quality while we're removing your floors. We can provide that service. Ask for an air scrubber. Ask the questions that the hard to ask questions. Don't be afraid. Reach out to us online. We'd love your suggestions. We'd love your questions. We'd love to field those for you. We're the floor removal experts. We've been in the area for 10 years. We'd love to come out and give you a free quote.
Love it. Love it. All right, Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, we talked about some of the air conditioning issues and indoor air quality issues that can be going on. Biggest nugget of advice I would have is give your air conditioner a little bit of love. That's what our VIP program is about. It enables you to get us in there twice a year, be inspecting your unit, cleaning your unit, making sure that things are operating properly so that you're not going to have those nightmare situations where you go on vacation and come home to a ruined floor and then you got to call Rick. So take good care of your system and try and avoid those problems. Our VIP program, $14 a month, $168 a year. It's really pennies that you're investing in your system to help prevent having some of those issues. And then we can provide you some advice on indoor air quality or other issues that you may be having if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great program, the VIP. Then you don't have to worry about that drain pipe overflowing.
Correct. Yeah, we're cleaning it twice a year, and if you have issues, we're trying to identify those issues and deal with them before they become major problems.
Awesome. All right, so for my lightning round tip, I want to talk about the GOSPA model, okay? GOSPA. So goals, objectives, strategies, priorities, and actions. All right, so slow thinking is better than than fast thinking when you develop that slow thinking. So goals, obviously you want to be specific, measurable, and time-mounted results. You want to figure out what are the things that you can do from a specific, measurable time where you're looking at breaking it down on a daily basis, and then to the hour of what you're going to do to focus on your goals. Objectives, what are those interim goals? How are you going to think of it as rungs on the ladder? As you're going up that ladder, once I hit this goal, now I'm going to focus on this one, and you're going to take one step at a time. Strategies, they're going to vary depending on application and business, but those strategies are going to be very important to growing your sales, growing your business, and making more money. The priorities is of course, the activities that are more important than others. So if you can focus on the priorities that matter more and apply the 80-20 rule to your daily tasks, those are priorities. They're going to work for you. So the 80-20 rule, those top 20% of the things that you can focus on, that's going to lead to 80% of your success. That's the GOSPA model: goals, objectives, strategies, priorities, and actions. So the GOSPA model. That's a good one. All right, we got about 3 minutes left. Let's do another round here, the lightning round, Rick.
Well, I just want to say thanks for having us out there. Those frequently asked questions, we're here for you. And a lot of times, the customer just doesn't know what to ask. And it's like when I stand there, and we're growing right now, and we're very blessed. And so it seems like I meet a new employee about once a week, or, once a day almost. But I always tell them the only dumb question is the question that you don't ask.
Yeah.
And those things are so important. Like we talked about today, like when you go on a vacation, all these things happen when you're away from your home.
Yep.
How can I protect my HVAC system? How can I protect my biggest asset, my biggest investment, which is your home?
Yeah.
Those are questions that, call the professionals. We're here for you. I know you do a great job, Greg. When you send your team out there, they're gonna answer those questions that are important and provide the answers. So, the only dumb question is the one that you don't ask. And I have to say that all the time. And I look my guys in the eye and tell them that. And then I follow with, my crew leaders and guys that have been with the company for years and years. It only makes us better when you advance the knowledge and expertise of our younger guys and bring them along at a slow and steady pace. Learn something new. I am better today than I was yesterday because I learned something new.
I like that. The coach is coming out in you, Coach.
Always. I can't help it.
All right, Greg, give me some more tips, man. Give me something good. Tell me something good here.
Well, I almost forgot. I wanted to mention we're actually next month of July, we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary. So I forgot I wanted to bring that up. We're doing a 10% off anything we do the entire month of July. So if you've been thinking about doing something air conditioning related, we can definitely offer you a great deal month of July. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll do 10% off.
All right, let's send that offer out to our listening audience, our viewers, of course, on our TV show version. So text the word AC, and you're going to get 10% off from the AC guy of Tampa Bay, Gregg Bowman himself, offering that thanks to his 10 years of in business. And that's a lot. That's pretty cool.
That's a big number.
And so text the word AC to 813-670-7372. Text AC or HVAC, right? That's the actual proper word, right? The HVAC to 813-670-7372. We're going to put you in touch with Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Also, think about his VIP program, $14 a month. It's a no-brainer. It's a win-win right there.
Spend a little now.
Save a lot.
Save a lot.
That's right.
In the future.
Yeah, good stuff. And we want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your real estate, your business wheel. All of those spokes extending out, representing another one of our 80-plus show partners, where we bring on CPAs, financial advisors, all types of great home service providers, everything from solar technologies to the folks that we're talking to here today. But it's a consumer advocate approach, and it's all about helping you. So we want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial and your business wheel. All of those spokes extending out. We want to help you. Reach out to our hotline or consumerqb.com. You can see all of our expert contributors on our website at consumerqb.com. consumerqb.com. So I want to thank Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp. Thanks for coming in. Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks,
and
man.
all of our team behind the scenes, our producers, our interns, everybody involved with the show. I really appreciate you, all of our listeners, our radio family out there. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Pack up some food or clothing. Carry it with you to and from your commute. Hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Big.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.